Good morning or happy day. Peace. Peace, 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 peace. How y'all feeling? Happy Friday. Yeah. Good to be here. Happy to be here. I wanted to hop on real quick. This is my goal is to make this 10 minutes. Hop in, hop out. All right. Hi, y'all. I'm Zoha. If you don't know me, I like to hop on and talk about healing. I'm a yoga teacher and a whole lot of different other things. If you want to know more about me, go to my bio. All right. We got that out the way. So this morning I wanted to hop in and talk about tapping in, right? What is that for me? All right. So tapping in is like listening to what's showing up in your space, making yourself available to what's happening around you, in the midst of you. And, slowing down your reaction mode, slowing down your need to participate in what's happening around you, slowing down your need to react, slowing down your need to make things be a certain kind of a way, right? If you notice in this life, there's a script. We all have different scripts, and the scripts tend to show up based around our joy, our trauma, our beliefs, our experiences. Those scripts tend to run around those types of, ideals, right? So when I say tap in, I mean, what's happening? What script are you in, right? What's happening in your life right now? I woke up this morning, I had a dream that I was in my house and that I was on the phone with someone, a loved one, and then when I got off the phone with them, I saw the blinking red light saying that the building was on fire. The building is on fire, right? The building is on fire. And so I go and I look around the house in my dream. I'm in my dream now. I'm in my dream looking around the house for this fire. There is no fire. So I'm like, oh, it must be somebody else's space in the building that's on fire. So I need to get out of here. I look down at myself. I'm wearing literally what I had on in bed. I didn't have on any pants. So I go to find some pants. I can't find pants. And when I have dreams, right, I listen. I listen to the dream. I listen to the message. Something is on fire. There was no visible fire, right? But there was a small fire somewhere that was an alarm in my life. There was an alarm happening in my life, and it was meant for me to tap in and see where that alarm was, right? Lo and behold, I go and I call my husband and I tell him the dream and everything. And he listens to the dream and he's like, oh, wow, that's crazy. And I'm like, yeah. So in the midst of the dream, he's on the way to work. And he goes to put some gas in the car and his card isn't working. And he's like, this is odd, he got money, whatever. So I get off the phone with him. The dream's still in the forefront of my mind. And then he calls me back panicking. And he's like, somebody got into my account and they took my money. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, use the other card, because we have different accounts. I use the other card or whatever, because there's money there. Who cares? Not who cares, but that was the little fire. That was the little smoke. That was the little thing, right, that I was dreaming about. So I hear this, I connect the dots, and I'm like, okay, cool. No worries. So I'm like, okay, just, get your gas, get to work or whatever. So he's like, I don't understand. He's still in panic mode. Right. I don't know what's going on. And I'm like, babe, there's nothing we can technically do about this right now. Go to work. Have a good day at work. You know what I mean? And the little fires or the little things, the things that, are scripts, they tend to run without needing us. And if you have an attachment to having things turn out a certain kind of way, if you have an attachment to being harmed or being victimized, or things happening to you and you having to have reactions to things happening to you. These things are going to show up for you often. They're going to be a part of your script. They're going to be a part of your story. And you have to just, expect it on some level. You have to just make peace with the fact that I'm still working through this process of feeling victimized, of feeling taken advantage of feeling harmed. And so sometimes I'm going to enter the script of my life where I am experiencing these type of situations. And the object is for you to accept that this script is a script that you have entertained far too often in your life. Far too often. And that's why it constantly replays on a loop. That's why it constantly replays on the loop. And not to entertain these types of scripts. If you don't want a traumatic, dramatic day, don't have one. I don't care what's happening. Don't have one. And being the partner that is always, not saying my husband isn't level-headed, but I have way more, I don't live with the anxiety that he does. He lives with an extreme amount of anxiety. So I don't entertain certain things when they show up in my life, right? I just don't acknowledge them in a way. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, so they took that money. We have other money. Go to the other account. Function there for the rest of the day, weekend, or whatever until that gets handled. Because it will get handled. It might not get handled today like you would like. It might not get handled until next week. But it will get handled, right? Because that's how my life works. When something goes out of off script or on script, technically, when it goes on script, when I have something show up in my life that I do not, feel good about or feel, like I want, for it to be a part of my experience, then I just deal with it. What is this teaching me? What am I learning in this experience? Am I learning to be more patient? Am I learning to be more aware? Am I learning to be more consistent? Am I learning to be more prepared? Am I learning to take time for myself? Am I learning to pay attention to my surroundings? Am I learning what's the lesson? That's my focus. What am I tapping into right now? What's here for me in this journey? The thing, especially with a system as far as a credit card or a checking account, whatever, that will get fixed, right? It could be an inconvenience, and it will be probably. It will be an inconvenience, probably. Maybe not. Who knows? But do I have to inconvenience myself? Do I have to now feel inconvenienced? Do I now have to feel frustrated, angry, victimized? No, I don't. I can choose not to do that. You choose those things. You choose victimization. You choose frustration. You choose misalignment with yourself. You know what I mean? Your higher self does not choose those things. And you don't have to choose those things. No matter what the evidence that is appearing in this world, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You internally get to choose the experience that you're having. You do not have to react to the evidence around you. And I'm telling you, the more I don't react to the evidence around me, the more I, align myself with what I choose, the less I care about what is going on, and the less those things actually impact me. The less they impact me. And I'm sharing this because there's so much stuff going on all the time around us. And we have to constantly, actively choose how we're going to show up, choose how we're going to interact, choose how we're going to experience this experience, no matter what the experience is telling us. This is just information. We got information, something happened with the account. Now, I can use my intelligence. You have a technology that information doesn't have. You have a technology called your heart. You have a technology called your logic and your brain and your intellect that is far more superior than this experience, that is far more advanced than this experience, because this experience is repetitive and it goes on a loop and it keeps introducing the same realities to you over and over and over again. So why would you believe this? Why would you be invested in what this world is showing you when you have a superior technology that tells you different things, that taps you into different availabilities? I hope this makes sense to whoever's supposed to hear it, because I was, drawn to share. Use your technology, your heart, your intuition, your intellect, your experiences of yourself to choose the reality that you want to function in. Everybody's worried about AI and NPCs, but if you're not using your own technology that you came into this experience with, you're already it's already, you're already in a deficit as far as what AI can do and what NPCs and all that stuff. Like, you're a greater technology. You have greater technology in you than what this reality is showing you. Do not rely on this reality. Do not rely on what you see with your eyes all the time. You know what I mean? See it, then draw it in. What am I experiencing? What am I seeing? What's here for me? What is this about? Where has this happened before? What feelings are showing up for me in this experience? Is it anxiety? Is it worry? Is it fear? Where does those feelings, where do they take me? Why? And if those feelings take me somewhere where I do not wish to be, why would I choose them? Why would I, with all the technology that I have, choose these things? I have the technology to choose something else. I can choose joy. I can choose anything else that would get me to the next step that I want to be in. All right, y'all. So I hope this helps whoever it needs to help. I didn't see any messages that were, what do you call that? Made sense. So I'm going to hop off, and I hope y'all have a good Friday. Take care of yourselves. Be well. Make it sure. All right, y'all. Peace.